All right, family, we are live. We are live. What's happening today? We're going to be talking about what is SEO. Are you interested in learning more about SEO? Are you interested in finding out what is SEO? Well, today we're going to be talking about what is SEO. And SEO is basically short for search engine optimization. So we're going to be breaking that down. Also, if you have any questions, go ahead and drop them in the comment section. Even if you do not catch the live, drop them in after the live, and I would love to help you out and try to answer any questions that you may have. All right, so what is SEO and why does it matter? Well, SEO stands for search engine optimization, okay? And it's kind of like it helps people to find your content, your blogs, even videos. So basically, what you do is search engine optimization is like a map to find your content. So when I go online, and if you do what's called search engine optimization for your blog or for your video, then there's a good chance that I'm going to find your content. Okay. So what you do is you optimize your blog for a certain keyword. So for example, say I have a blog, right? And my blog is going to be about how to find a church or how to rank in Google. So what happens is when anybody goes to Google and they type in a keyword or they type in a phrase, that is considered a keyword. Okay. Now, what you can do is you can optimize your blog, videos, your content for keywords that people are typing into Google. Now, when you optimize your blog, there's a few steps that you need to take to optimize your blog, right? That's called search engine optimization. Now, when you optimize your blog for that keyword, there's a good chance that your content will show up when someone types in that keyword. So that's pretty much the basics of search engine optimization. It's optimizing your blog for a keyword that someone types into Google. All right. Now, let's go to number two. How do you choose the right keywords for your website or blog? That's a very good question. There's a few ways that you can find out. There's what you call a keyword research tool. I'll put a link in the description for the keyword research that I use, the keyword research tool that I use. And what it'll do is when you type in a keyword into that research tool, it will tell you approximately how many times that keyword is typed in Google a month. That's powerful. Not only can you use a keyword research tool, you can use Google Search Console, right? So if you hook up Google Search Console to your blog or to your website, it will tell you the keywords that your website is ranking for. And then you can begin to write content about those keywords. See, that's the challenge sometimes. What happens is maybe, with our content, we just put content out and we title it whatever we think is a cool title. But when you optimize your content, your title is actually going to target a keyword. Like I titled this video, What is SEO? So I'm targeting those that are typing in the keyword, what is SEO? It's a highly competitive keyword. So that's another topic for another day because you have low hanging fruit, which is considered a less competitive keyword. So if I wanted to go, well, I'll go ahead and talk about it. If I wanted to go for a lower competitive keyword, I could say, what is SEO? Or I could say, how to learn SEO as a beginner, so I can add more than 3 words. You see what I'm saying? So when you go for like something that has 3 words or less, that's considered high competitive keywords. But when you start adding more words to your keyword, there's a better chance that you will rank for that keyword. So this video, I just went for what is SEO. So you can, what is SEO in 2025? What is SEO and how do I optimize a blog? So see how I add more words? That makes my keyword less competitive, might not get as many searches, but there's a better chance that I can rank for it if I optimize my blog and my content. So you can use Google Search Console to get ideas for keywords. And then what you want to do is you want to title your content around the keyword that you're targeting. So that's powerful right there because what can happen is we could put out a lot of good content, but if we're not optimizing it for a keyword, then it's probably not really going to show up in the search engines. Okay. But when you optimize it for keywords that people are searching, there's a good chance that you'll show up. And you can find out what people are searching using a keyword research tool and using Google Search Console. Okay. All right. Number 3, what should I optimize on each page or post? Well, that's a good question. And that's where you get into search engine optimization. The first thing you want to do is when you're getting into SEO, you want to download what's called an SEO plugin, especially if you have a WordPress website. Okay. You want to optimize. Let me get something to drink real quick. Hold on. So you want to optimize your content for a keyword, right? And then what happens is when someone's typing in that keyword, there's a good chance your content will show up. Now, how do I optimize my content? Now, first thing I like to do is I like to go with my blog title. So for example, I'm targeting the keyword church near me, right? So then I want to put that keyword in my blog. Say I'm going to optimize a blog. I want to put that keyword in my blog title. Then I want to put that keyword in my meta title. Now, as I was saying before I got the drink of water, you want to make sure when you're using WordPress that you download what's called an SEO plugin. I personally use SEO Press. You can get a free version of that. You can download that. I'll put a link in the description. Okay, so once you install your plugin, it's going to give you an opportunity to optimize your blog. If you don't have an SEO plugin, then you won't have the opportunity to optimize your blog. Okay, so that's the first step. Download an SEO plugin. Once you download that SEO plugin, you want to optimize your blog title, your meta title, your meta description, your image. You want to optimize your image, your alt tags in your image. Okay. And you also want to put some internal links in your blog. You want to put internal links. You want to put external links. Okay. So once again, you want to optimize your blog title, your meta description. Okay. Internal link, external link, and optimize your image. Now, I also optimize my social meta title and social meta description. And you can do all that with an SEO plugin. And you want to make sure the keyword that you're targeting are in those areas. Okay, so if I'm targeting, say, like church near me, I want to put that somewhere in my title. And then also want to put church near me somewhere in my meta title and in my meta description. Okay, all right. And number 4, how long does it take to see results from search engine optimization? Now, here's the challenge. SEO takes a while. It's going to take a while, but here's the cool thing. Once you start ranking, it's like it stays there unless you get outranked. So it's like constant content. There's a website that I worked on when I was a missionary in Cape Town. It's still getting like 80,000 impressions every 3 months. And these are blogs that were written back in years ago, but they're still ranking in Google. And some are ranking on page 1. You see? So once you do rank, it's a good chance that your content will stay there for a while. But SEO does take a while. It might take 2 months. It might take 3 months. It might take 6 months, depending on the keyword that you're targeting, you're trying to rank for. But it pays off. Okay? So that's basically what search engine optimization is. And you want to do that with your videos, your blogs, because what can happen is, for example, say you're optimizing your website for your church or a blog for your church, and you have a powerful sermon by your pastor, right? So you put those sermon notes on your website. And then what we could do is we could take the title of that sermon, find out what keywords people are searching on the same topic of that sermon, and ask the pastor if he doesn't mind or she doesn't mind if you can change the title of the sermon to keywords that people are searching for. Because what good is it to put a powerful sermon by Pastor Drake? Not too many people are searching Google for Pastor Drake. But whatever my topic was, I can find out what people are searching on that topic and begin to optimize my blog or my pastor's notes sermon for that keyword that people are searching, right? So then what happens is it goes from powerful sermon by Pastor Dre to a keyword that someone's actually searching in Google, and there's a good chance that that blog will show up. That's powerful. That's good stuff. All right, family. Well, I hope I have answered some of the questions that you might have about search engine optimization. And once again, let me just cover, I got my notes here. Let me cover the 4 questions that we talked about. Number 1, what is SEO? Number 2, how do I choose the right keywords for my website or blog? Number 3, what should I optimize on each page or post? And number 4, how long does it take to see results from SEO? Now, here's a bonus tip. SEO is a long-term process, but it has a lasting impact. So don't get discouraged if you don't see your blog ranking on page 1 in 3 months. Keep optimizing your blogs and it will pay off. If you have any questions, drop them in the comment section, family. Also, if this video has given you any value, don't forget to like, follow, share, subscribe, however you want to do it. It's your boy, Pastor Dre. God bless.